Hello guys, I've got another coaching session for you today. Today we're going to be coaching an Aatrox in Gold Elo. As usual guys, if you like the style of coaching that you see in these videos, follow the link in the description to my Fiverr page where you'll be able to see the three bundles that I have available. There's the basic package, which just gives you a VOD review. There's the standard package, which is the coaching style that you'll see in these videos. The standard and premium will be uploaded to YouTube, the basic will not. And then the premium is a bundle of 4 standard sessions for the price of 3, one a week over 4 weeks, where we look to iterate and build upon what we learn in each session and see how high we can get you to climb. So yeah, let's get this guy in the call and we'll talk a little bit about Aatrox, look at his OPGG and stuff like that. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you? I'm good, thanks.
Doing good, doing good.
Good, good. Okay, two things to start off. Do you have an OPGG for me to look at? And
Yeah, yeah.
we're just going to talk a little bit about Aatrox. Because it was Aatrox that you wanted to play, right?
Yes, but just in general, top lane help.
Okay, the
Um,
Aatrox is really good for that because he's one of like the core top laners, I would say. Very
yeah,
fundamentals based.
yeah. I was playing jungle, but then I just got frustrated, so I switched over to the top, and it's a lot more fun in my opinion.
Okay, cool.
I'll send you my GG.
You can take a look at like some other sort of quintessential top laners that are really good for learning the fundamentals are like champs like Renekton and Darius, like these bruiser sort of champs. And 2 of my past 3 sessions have been on champions like that, so it might be good
Mm,
for you to look over those as well if you get the time after we've done with your session. Okay,
yeah,
so let's have a look. Okay, so I'm looking at your itemization. I was going to ask you whether you prefer the lethality version of Aatrox or the bruiser version. It looks like you've played a fair bit of both.
yeah. I mean, if I see a team full of squishies, I
Mm-hmm.
tend to go lethality. Maybe with like a black lever in there or Sterix, and then if it's more tanky, then I'll just go to the bruiser build.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's a good approach. They're both viable at the minute, and I think a lot of it will just come down to like playstyle and preference because you want to play the champion differently depending on how
Oh
you
yeah,
build.
like the lethality is definitely a lot more punishing for me because
Yeah.
it's the spacing is a lot more important, and I kind of struggle with that. So some like I either kill 3 people or I just get one shot before I can do anything.
Okay. Um, Looking over your OPGG, there's 2 things that I'll normally look at for top laners specifically. One of them is your CS per minute, and one of them is your number of deaths on average. Now, your average deaths are quite low, which is a good thing. So it doesn't look like you're playing extremely reckless and dying, but we'll see when we get into the gameplay, right? But your CS per minute is also quite low. Those are just 2. Obviously, this is just an OPGG. It's hard to actually see just from this.
Yeah, yeah,
But from your perspective, what do you think you struggle with the most?
yeah. So I don't die a lot in the laning phase, but I also don't get a lot of kills, and my CS isn't amazing. So I kind of leave the laning phase being not that useful, and then I tend to struggle late game. So I just can't. I like if I get a lead, I can't use it, and a lot of the times I don't even get a lead. So
Okay, so those are 2 things that we can cover. We can maybe break it down because we're going to be doing 2 games. We can maybe break it down with one thing in the first VOD and one in the second VOD. We'll see how it goes. So we can maybe talk about like laning and how to try to get a lead out of lane, and then later talk about how to transfer that lead. Because those are the 2 main things I think. From
yeah,
top lane, you're sort of playing for yourself early and getting a lead individually because you're in such an isolated role, and then it's figuring out how do we take this lead and actually transfer it into the rest of the game because that can be quite difficult sometimes.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Do you want to turn your share screen on for me and
yeah,
start queuing up for a game, and then we'll just have a little bit more of a chat while we're waiting to get in.
yeah. I'm chat restricted. Don't judge. Okay.
It's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. I think chat is kind of worthless. Are you still allowed to ping when you have chat restrict?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
ping.
yeah, that's all you need. You only need pings.
Yeah, honestly, like it's probably good I'm chat banned because I don't know. Sometimes I get extremely tilted, and that's part of the reason. Like, because when I notice that when I don't get tilted, even if I'm doing really bad at the start, you
Hmm.
can still come back and like completely change the game if you just stay in the game. So it's probably good that I'm getting chat banned so I can learn my lesson.
The easiest way to not get tilted, in my opinion, is to be extremely honest with yourself. Like you can simultaneously get very, very frustrated at your teammates while also having the um like the self-awareness and the ability to reflect on what you could have done better at the same time. Because as long as you know there's something you could do better, it's less tilting. I feel for me the most tilting games are the ones where I feel like I played perfectly and I still lost.
Yeah, and yeah, it's the same for me. That's why I got this chat restriction because I thought I was, I played well, and then
Yeah.
just my bots out of the map didn't want to get any drags, even though they had prio, and I'm like, just get the drags.
Yeah. But as long as you can find something to criticize yourself on, it sometimes it doesn't feel good, but if you can focus on that rather than uh, everything else that's going wrong, because the only thing we have the ability to control is what we do. We can't control. A lot of the time, you kind of have to think of your teammates as like AI,
Yeah, actually, that's probably I've never thought about it that way. It's probably a good idea.
which is why if you compare like pings and using chat, right? If you're in a game with bots and you ping assist me, the bots are coded to rotate in and help you, and a lot of the time your teammates will do that. Like there's different pings for different things, and people do just sort of subconsciously respond to them. Like if you ping on my way somewhere, people are like ready for you to be there. If you ping assist me, people are like looking to move to you. I think those are
Yeah,
the two that I use most is the assist me and the on my way.
yeah, I like the target, the enemy champion. Like if I set up the enemy top laner to be low and he's pushing into me for whatever reason,
Yeah.
then I like do the target for my jungler if I see him that he's top side. So that one's pretty good too.
Okay, nice. Let's talk a little bit about some matchups. What are matchups that you enjoy playing as Aatrox, and what are some that you don't enjoy?
I really like going into like tankier top laners like Sion, Tom,
Mm-hmm.
um, Ornn, really good. Those because I pretty much they fit into my range perfectly.
Yeah.
Because if they're too in my face, then I have to play really careful with when they are in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Like Darius, if I get pulled, he's gonna punish me for it. So, range top kind of sucks, but they're also kind of easy to kill if you
Yeah.
play it right. So,
Yeah, I think the hardest matchups for Aatrox are the ones like Riven, Aurelia, um,
yeah, I
Yone.
struggle with the Lowy too, just because the pull is so like it's so frustrating. Um, I just for whatever reason I can't dodge it.
Okay.
But I honestly, I've been banning. I either ban a Kali, Fiora, or a Lowy. But I've been banning a Kali. She got buffed and I got destroyed by
Yeah, I
it.
think
So.
Akali's fine. I would recommend that you actually don't ban Fiora because I think it's a matchup where you can really learn a lot by playing it.
Yeah, I feel like a Kali. I just have to play the game completely differently.
Hmm. Ah,
Okay.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is there another champ that you want to play, or do you want to just dodge and requeue?
I mean, I can play. They have Aurora, so
Because I'm fine to just wait if you want to dodge and play Aatrox, since that was the plan. It's just if you have like a backup champ, we can play that too.
I would play Mord or Darius, but it's so hard to tell. See if this guy wants to swap with me. If not, I'll dodge. Okay, I'll dodge.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just wait a little. I wonder what is Aatrox's ban rate right now? Is that like fairly common?
I think he's his fairly banned in like higher elos, but in gold, I think people like ban like Fiora and stuff like that way more often.
Okay. Uh,
I know that honestly, I rarely ever get him banned.
about
I've been,
16%. So it should be about
yeah,
8% if you're hovering it, your team's not gonna ban it. So that's half of the people that are not gonna ban it. So it's probably about 8% of your games you'll have to either play something else or dodge, which is not too many.
yeah. I've been getting quite lucky though, because I think that's my out of my. That's the second time he's been banned by the enemy team for me.
Oh, okay.
And I
Um,
have like I've been playing him for like maybe 3 weeks, and I have like 40 games on him already. So most of the time I get him.
oh, nice. So I was talking about the difference between Bruiser and Lethality Aatrox and how you want to play them differently. I'm specifically talking about like once you get out of lane with, like we were talking about how to sort of impact the game later into the game. Do you know what the difference is in like the approach you should be taking to fights between the two?
No, no.
Okay, so a lot of the time with Bruiser Aatrox, you're going to be playing more of like a traditional front to back, just like a 5v5 team fight. Whereas on lethality, a lot of the time you're going to want to look to come from an angle, like on a flank or something. If you ever watch like VODs of the 2023 Worlds, you'll see Zeus do this a lot on the lethality Aatrox. He's always just sat in a bush while his team are doing the dragon. He's just like on the other side of it, waiting to go in.
Hmm. Yeah, I've seen. That's what I kind of try to do in lethality,
Okay.
but I should be trying to do it harder. I feel like sometimes as a top laner, you kind of get forced into that like frontline role,
Yeah.
or at
Yeah.
least I feel forced. I know I don't have to, but I feel forced to do it, and then that makes me frontline as lethality Aatrox. I get CC'd, and then it sucks.
Another thing, like Aatrox was probably I'd say like my fourth or fifth most picked champ when I was playing for amateur teams recently. It was a few months ago. Um, and the way I was deciding whether to play Bruiser or Lethality was like if we need to run into the enemy team, if we need to engage, then I would play Lethality. And if they had to go into us, I would play Bruiser. Because Bruiser can kind of
Okay,
survive their engage more and then heal back up.
okay, yeah,
That was one way that I was looking at it.
yeah. And by the way, I have almost no idea about top lane wave management, so you could help me with that too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I have the general idea of like, push a wave to back or back when the cannon minion's coming and they're pushing into me. And I kind of know how to freeze a wave, but
Yeah. Okay.
more than one wave at a time, because I know people they plan out 2 or 3 waves ahead at a time. I have no idea.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We'll definitely talk about that. So what I like to do in the first game is a lot of like asking questions and just listening to you to figure out. Sorry, there's someone shouting outside my window right now. I don't know if you can hear them. Uh,
It's okay.
but yeah, I want to like figure out exactly where you're at because I don't want to tell you things you already know, but also it's good to like. I like if you can figure things out with like little hints rather than me just telling you. I feel like if I give you hints and you figure it out from that, it sticks in your head a lot more. I've found than just if I tell you something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, the more you can sort of express your thoughts on what and how you're feeling about the game in this first game, the better it's gonna be.
Yeah. I definitely struggle within like the first like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Um, once I hit level 4,
Yeah.
like 4 to like level 11, 10, I'm fairly strong. That's usually where I get my kills.
I think a lot of that is not you as a player. I think a lot of that is Aatrox as a champion.
Yeah.
You are he's a very interesting champ with how his damage scales over the laning phase. Because realistically, he only has one spell. Like his other two spells are tools to hit his first spell. He has his E to
Right.
reposition his Q, and he has his W to pull people into his Q. But all of his damage is in his Q. So every time you level up Q, it's as if you leveled up all three of your spells. So like he's got his Q at level 1, right? And then level 2 and level 3, he doesn't really get much stronger. And then at level 4, he spikes. And then at level 5, he spikes again.
Yeah.
And then like a level 7, and then level 9. And he just keeps getting stronger.
Yeah. like I feel the strongest in the mid game, but that's also where I feel like I'm not maximizing my like impact on the game.
Okay. Um, when looking at your CS numbers, right? How do you think your CS is coming out of lane? Like in the first 10 minutes, how much CS do you think you normally have?
Uh, Probably like 60.
Okay, because what I see a lot of the time is like um people have like really high CS in lane, like they might even get 90 CS in the first 10 minutes. But then as they try to like start making plays across the map later into the game, they start dropping a lot of CS. Um, and there's things you can do to make sure that you're still keeping your farm up while impacting the game as well. So we'll have a look
Yeah,
at that.
no, I definitely I definitely struggle with that because I mean it depends. Sometimes I'm doing really well on my CS before 10 minutes. Sometimes I'm maybe 20 or 30 CS behind because the matchup is a really aggressive matchup.
Yeah.
But I definitely stop getting as much, and once feel like I need to help my team.
Okay, nice. We're back in here. Let me put this on the correct screen. I've noticed as well that you don't always just default to the same rune page, which is something that I see from a lot of people, which I think is good. Um, like for example, here you have phase rush against Darius, which is like a good tech. Again, it's good against Olaf too. So it seems like you
Hmm.
have a decent like understanding of runes and how they impact your lanes. Do you often
Yeah,
change from Conqueror with Resolve, or is it just
I when I go conquer, I go resolve.
yeah,
I don't know if there's a better secondary room page. I just feel like resolve helps me a lot more with. I like second wind and I like scaling HP with when the minions die around you.
yep? That's what I take as well. I take Overgrowth with the scaling HP shard,
Yeah, because
especially since the change to his E, where his E healing's now based on your bonus health. I think it's
yeah, and sometimes if I build a little more damage, then I can still have that HP.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I take Resolve pretty much every game on lethality because it just helps you still be tanky while you're building full damage.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look. Do you take if you get against? I'm trying to find one where you're against a range top. But do you ever take Comet?
I've taken Comet once, or twice, and I just feel like yeah, it could help me poke him out,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to pick into it because Conqueror's really good into like certain like junglers and like enemy supports. It's
Yeah.
just hard not to take Conqueror. I've gone Comet once and like it helps me poke them out, but it didn't. I didn't feel like it was helping me past maybe poking them out a little bit.
Okay. I really like it on lethality. Um, because I'll take absolute focus and gathering storm in that tree, so that when I'm at like my 20 minutes like 2 item spike in fights, I have a lot of AD
Mm.
because you're going to be going in at full health anyway. And
So Gathering Storm and which other one?
the absolute focus, the one just above it.
Is that the cooldown, the
No,
haste
it's the
ability?
one where if you're above 60% health, you gain a fat
Oh,
chunk of
okay,
AD.
okay.
Which Aatrox has that active quite a lot because he goes in at full health and then he drops down, but then he goes back up and he gets it back. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
but it's mostly for the start of the fight where you're like flashing in as lethality Aatrox.
Okay.
I think Comet is like a specific to range matchup thing.
Yeah, I play against a lot of Smolders top. Luckily, I haven't really bumped into Vayne or TF.
Okay.
But Smolder, I feel like Conqueror works just fine because he kind of can't run away from me. If I have my if I play my W correctly in my Q2. So
Um.
Conqueror, I pretty much always beat Smolders with Conqueror, but
Okay.
that might just be an elo thing.
The thing with Smolder is it's all about his E, like whether he has E. Because if he has E, he can just fly out of your W like backward, like just straight out. He doesn't have to go at an angle or anything. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if comment would be better. I don't know. Maybe it's just the
I
the
don't think
gold
it will matter.
smolders
I
don't
don't
know
think it
how
will
to
matter too much.
get out of my Q2 range because I can usually stop them flying out with my Q2.
Yeah, yeah. So you use the standard trade combo a lot, right?
Yeah,
It
I
sounds like
mean,
that's what you're talking about.
yeah. So for ranged, I usually Q1 with an E to
Mm-hmm.
get to start the fight, and if they're a melee matchup, I usually Q and then hold my E for a good Q2 or good Q3.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's all about like hit confirming each thing. So you can Q1 it like into range, you can Q1 E, and then the Q1 hit confirms the W, and then you can Q2 at an angle with the W, and then the W pull can hit confirm the Q3.
Yeah, I don't know about the angle though. I've never heard that.
So basically, if you imagine someone's just been hit by your W, so they're in the center of it. A lot of the time, if they don't have a dash, they're gonna need to go sideways to get out of it because going
Mhm.
straight forward is too long of a distance. So if you hit them with the W and then wait just a millisecond before you Q2 just to see which direction they move, and you Q to that side of your W instead of straight on, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because then it'll hit them as they try to walk out.
Trying to swap here so I make sure I get the Aatrox, but I don't think he wants to swap.
Zac support.
Gotta love Zach on your team. Such a useful champion.
Yeah, I still think Zac is broken even after the nerfs in top lane as
I
well.
honestly, dude, honestly, I struggle against like anybody who builds Leandries into full tank. Oh, Poppy's really bad for me. Like really, really bad. Do you think I should switch to a different?
No, 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 just play Aatrox.
Okay, because her well, I guess it's a good learning lesson, but her where she stops the dashes,
Yeah.
really, really did. I got destroyed by a Poppy one time. Okay, so here, oh, it might be Mordekaiser.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's going to be
Poppy.
Mordekaiser. I guess they could be more jungle these days, but
Okay, now for runes, what would you recommend to this matchup? Because I would go this
yeah,
with.
I would either go that or swap the bone plate for second wind because she can just poke the bone plate off with the passive.
Okay, that's a good point. And then I tend to go attack speed, but
Yeah,
ability haste into their team
I
comp might
think
be
they're
better.
both fine. Either of those is fine. It depends which one you prefer.
And
Um,
then I don't know if scaling health or flat health is better here.
I always go scaling. For flat health to make a difference, you have to find an instance before level 6 where having the health matters, which
Yeah,
is
I
extremely
definitely go
rare.
it against like Darius. I always go it.
Okay. I think even against Darius, I don't often find games where having like 40 extra health at level 3 makes a difference.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay, so we're against Mordekaiser.
I'm leaning towards Bruiser here because I don't I don't think I'll be able to like one shot more Briar
Yeah,
or Poppy.
I think both are fine. Bruiser's good. Um,
I would go. I don't feel like I get poked out enough by Mordekaiser to go D shield,
yeah,
so I
go
might
D
go D
Blade.
blade.
D Blade's like the standard, and if you have like a specific reason to go D Shield, I would go it, but otherwise just default to D Blade.
And I also don't really know where I should be at the
Okay,
start of games like this.
I like to be in the tri bush near the top side because there are four what should happen here is that everyone should be where they are, except Vayne should be where she's moving to now, and Zac should be where Vayne was, or vice versa, so that every entrance into the jungle is covered.
Do you see what's happening, by the way?
Yeah,
Do you normally leash
I
top
never
like?
leash.
Yeah, I don't want to leash him.
I would just not leash because you want to contest level 2. Because if you leash, it means naturally your jungler is playing away from you, right? Because he's pathing to the other side.
Hmm.
And it also means your opponent gets free control of the wave. So you put yourself in a situation where you don't have your jungler and you don't have wave control. So here I would start just pushing to get level 2. And then do you know when I would throw my Q1? Okay, that hits him. Nice.
I try to queue when they're going for.
Nice. Yeah, when they're going for last hits is when I would drop the Q.
Yeah, when they're going for the minion. I didn't look to see where their junglers start, like if bot lane leashed or not. I feel like I should be punishing him more for because I had the XP advantage on
Yeah,
him.
yeah, exactly. That's one thing I was going to cover, is that you could use your... Like here, you can just fight him. There's no way he can win. Maybe if the tower hits you, but even then, it's still a good trade for you. Nice. Now let's crash this wave.
That was bad.
It's okay, you can just recall now.
Yeah.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Okay, so we'll definitely be able to make this early, like these first 3 waves, much cleaner. We'll take a look in the review after. A small thing as well, I would always grab a refill pot here. Like it's just, it's such a gold efficient item.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because you just get an extra 200 health. It's like getting more than a ruby crystal for 150 gold. Because every time you go to lane, you get 200 health. Nice. Okay, do you think we should push this fast or slow?
Slow because I want to let the minions die out.
Yeah, perfect. Because he's on his reset, so if we push slow, more minions are going to die and he's going to lose XP and gold.
Yeah.
An ally has been slain.
We might actually miss cannon, which is huge.
Yeah, he did.
Killing spree.
Nice. Okay, what are you thinking of doing now that you've crashed the wave?
Getting vision for grubs.
Okay. I think in this
Back.
situation, yeah, you could back if you want. What I would do here is just try and poke him under tower. And the reason for that, I think the default should be what you did, but we saw Briar in bot lane.
Okay.
So
I
given
didn't.
that we
So
know where she is, okay. Nice. In this matchup, do you know when a good time to pop your ult is?
I kind of use it if I see I can get a kill.
Okay. If we assume just like regular trading between the two of you, or like maybe he's looking for a fight as well, do you want to ult early or do you want to hold it a little?
Um, I mean, I would hold it
How come why are we holding it? What are we holding it for?
because if I use it early and for whatever reason I can't kill him, then he can ult me and then he'll have the advantage.
Okay. I was thinking just a little less complicated than that, honestly. I was just thinking your ult is a stat steroid, right?
Hmm.
And Maud's ult steals stats. So if you ult first and then he ults you, he's going to steal your ult stats. Whereas if he ults you and then you ult, he's not going to steal your ult stats. So if you ult early and then he ults you, you're giving him more AD than you normally would be.
Okay.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I feel like I shouldn't stay too long here.
Yep. That's why I was gonna ask, does Rengar need you here? Okay.
Yeah, it would have been better if I.
An enemy has been slain.
The Briar can't cancel her ult. It's quite funny.
Oh, I could have bought another
Yeah.
longsword.
Oh well. Not the end of the world. This skin is so nice.
Dude, it's nice. Played that bad too. Feel like he could be in a bush here. Oh, some more grubs left. I should be pushing this, I think. Yeah, if I walked up and zoned the Mordekaiser off, it's free grubs. My bad.
Yeah. Okay, so if we look forward a little bit from here, what's our next sort of big window to impact the game? Obviously, we can keep trying to beat this guy in lane and keep building a lane lead, but as for a game lead, what's
Um,
next?
probably the next time that I have TP up for like a TP bot or drag play.
Okay, yeah. You also don't need. I'll let you play this before I talk. Okay, I think you're fine. You also don't need TP to play for drags, so we can talk about how to play around that as well. Got a map cover on, by the way. I was looking at the map thinking Dragon was down.
No.
Oh. It's like it's not showing any of the camp, like the jungle camp things for me.
That might be like a setting I have off or something.
Possibly.
Oh, I meant to Q2. If I hold my W, I think I kill him.
Nice. What are we gonna do with the fact that he's dead?
Push this in.
Okay.
I have my jungler here too. He doesn't have TP, I don't think.
Okay, since your jungler's here and he doesn't have TP, how can we make it like really difficult for him to get back to lane?
Yeah, we can zone him.
I think you just gave him a little bit too much space there, but it's okay. You can just take this wave and base. Or he can go in. I think that's worth overall.
Yeah, he's gonna lose minions.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think he has TP, so I'm gonna kind of be a little bit greedy here.
I think you should definitely base here to get
I'm
your
gonna
item.
base. I'm not gonna go for the.
Okay.
But I meant like push it in.
Yeah, yeah. No, we could make this. Do you know how we could make this base faster and we could be back in lane even quicker with like higher tempo there?
Execute.
No, we don't want to execute. But if we just think about where you killed the wave on the map, right? You killed it sort of just outside his tower. So it takes the minions a certain amount of time to walk there. And that's time that we could already be basing, because there we could have killed the minions between his two towers. Because he's dead. There's nothing he can do about it. Okay, we've got a big lead. Let's try and expand this. What's the dragon situation? We've got one in 4 minutes.
They got one. We got rift up.
I like that you're
Like
pinging
here,
it.
I have no idea what to do.
Okay. What do you think you should do?
Probably back and use my gold lead,
Okay.
and then play for some. Maybe get a kill on Briar or something. Syndra.
Yeah. So why is it easier for you? Even if you were even in gold with Mord, right? Obviously you've got a big gold lead, but at this point in the game, why is it easier for you to make an impact on the rest of the game than it is for Mordekaiser?
If he tries to do anything, he's just gonna keep sucking himself into the hole of not having enough XP and gold.
Yeah.
Like if he tries to help go for objectives.
Yeah. So normally, if you push a wave into the tower in top lane, you've got like a window where it takes time for them to push it back. But now, because the tower's gone, you get to push an extra wave. So you basically get double the window because it takes them twice as long to push it back. So every time you can push and move, you can move for twice as long, essentially, as you could before.
Can you explain that one more time?
Yeah, so when you're playing for something in top lane, like if you're playing for grubs or something, for example, there's a grubs play, you want to push your lane in, don't you? And then while the enemy's under their tower collecting the thing, you're going to play the grubs. But now you see how you've pushed the wave, but it's still there. You could push this next wave too. You see where it is on the minimap?
Yeah.
So now, because the tower's gone, you can actually push 2 waves at a time, which gives you twice as long with them not doing anything. I think you can win this. Okay.
I love Briar.
Jesus.
But I know I played that poorly with my Qs, but like when there's like straight up melee champs like that, I
Yeah.
really struggle to hit my Qs.
Okay, what do you think you should have done differently? Which Q do you think should have been different?
My Q2.
Yes. How should we Q2 in that situation?
E backwards.
Yeah, if you Q1'd and just you never expect to hit the Q1 sweet spot in melee range. You just do it to get to Q2, and then you Q2 E backwards, and then they're probably going to want to run forward into you, but then you've got Q3 ready.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I tried to force a rift there, knowing I was ahead, and it like completely backfired on me.
Okay. I'll go over something that I went over in yesterday's session as well. So when we push this wave here, and we're then going to have 2 waves on Mordekaiser's T2 turret, right? What? Why is that awkward for the enemy team? The fact that there's now 2 waves going into this turret.
Because I could get their turret, maybe.
I don't think you're actually at any threat of getting this turret. The problem is, Mordekaiser has to be here right now. He can't be anywhere else. He has to get the. It's 2 waves, including a cannon. Like if he drops that, he's trolling. I know it can be a little awkward to like chat while playing as well because you're fighting. So I'm just being quiet while you're fighting him.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, sorry, I'm really bad at listening and talking.
No, yeah, I know it's really hard to do. I try my best to like quiet it down while you're actively in a fight, and that's why you'll learn more from the VOD review than while
Yeah.
actually playing. That's why most of my things are questions right now.
Enemy rampage. Enemy double kill.
Okay, when's the next objective? We've got Dragon up now, actually.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be able to get this? Maybe not, because they died mid.
I mean, my Rengar is not even pathing towards it, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's gone.
An ally has been slain.
I feel like maybe I shouldn't be perma pushing
An enemy
and just zone him, but I don't know.
No. I think at this point you should. And it'll come into what I was saying before. So when you push this wave deep, Mordekaiser has to be here to catch it. But you don't have to be here anymore because there's no wave for you, and that lets you make numbers advantages across the map. Especially if you make him base.
an ally has been slain.
Like my team is just bleeding the game right here. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so you need to move your lead into your team. And to do that, we need to create a situation where it's easy for us to move. Nice. Big. Yeah, you're very strong. So if you can move yourself and let that lead be with your team.
Oh, my fucking E came up 0.1 seconds before my like. Oh, unfortunate. I would have killed him. Okay, move my lead. Right now, I think it's to keep pushing. To be honest. But if I die, they can Baron off it all back. Yeah, okay. Yep. That's why you back. I was trying to get Mordekaiser to get the kill on me.
Oh yeah, that would be better
Not the
than
Smolder,
Smolder.
but he got it anyways. Yeah. It's funny, I said exactly what would happen. Is oh, I'm gonna die now. But I did it anyways.
It's okay. I think the biggest improvement we're going to be able to make from this session is going to be to your mid game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too, is that's like even if I get a lead, I just can't use it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And it's not for whatever reason, you're gonna tell me now.
Enemy rampage. Enemy double kill.
Yeah, I think we just need to open up the playbook a little. Like, get you thinking about some other plays you can do other than just trying to get top D2. Just think about some. We'll look at some other things that you can do, to make yourself more useful. Because the biggest challenge as a top laner, like the biggest weakness of the role is its isolation.
Yeah.
It's so cut off from the rest of the game, and a lot of the time, whichever top laner can make themselves more useful is, even if the other one's got a gold lead, if one's making themselves more useful across the map, most people are going to prefer to have that top laner on their team.
I fucked up. But I get like I don't respect Briars, and I should. They're
Yeah,
so
the
dangerous.
champion's a demon in solo queue. I really hate
Like
the champ as well. I don't like the design of it.
she can just kind of do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But regardless, I fucked up.
Yeah, I hate that they put a champion in the game that literally plays itself. Like, it's weird. Like, I think Yumi is harder to play than Briar. At least Yumi, you have to actually control your character.
I don't know. You'd think after he's gotten ulted like 3 times, you'd think he'd like understand to like respect the Mord range, but
Yeah, I think what he did there was good though. He just ulted and kited it out inside the ult.
yeah.
Okay, so let me now try to help you win this game a little. So let's push this wave out deep. We want to create like a reason for the enemies to like to respond to what we're doing. So now that we've pushed it out, we can take the next one because it's you can see on the minimap where the wave is. You can compare it to your wave.
Yeah.
So we can push this one, and then we can base and get our item. And then from base, because we've already pushed this so deep, there's nothing for us to respond to in top lane. So when we go base here, when we leave the base, we're not going to go top. We're going to go somewhere else, like mid or bot. If no one's catching that bot wave, I would go and get the bot wave. And we can do a similar thing in bot. We can push it. We can maybe get the tower because it looks low, but if the tower wasn't so low, we would just push it. I don't know why Zac is taking waves. Really weird.
Support Zach, by the way, taking
Yeah,
waves.
I know. Either way, we'll just push this next wave. We can get the tower if needed. If anything happens on Baron, we can TP into it. But otherwise, once we've pushed this deep and maybe got the tower, we're just going to look to rotate in towards mid. Maybe a TP angle, if we look at our
Right
Ahri.
now?
If you see the Ahri,
Oh, okay.
Ooh, really close. Okay, I mean that was a very valiant effort. The big problem is that Ari was already dead there.
By the way, did you mean TP on Ari?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
because I'm just basing it off the minimap, right? And I see the Poppy like sprinting down the lane at Ari, and I'm thinking, what the hell is happening here?
Yeah, I saw I looked and I saw that the Ari was like 1 HP, so then I just TP'd here, which was a
Yeah.
bad decision because my team didn't follow, or I mean, I guess they did, but it was just bad.
There's a spot that instead of in the pit, you see that ward. If you move your camera directly south, that
This
ward
one?
there, I would TP on that because that gives you the option of going round to the left onto like a flank, or you can also walk in as the front line for your team. It gives you like two options there rather than just TPing straight into the pit and essentially dying. So now the difficulty with Baron is that what I was talking about before, where you want to create pressure in the sideline and then that lets you move in and be somewhere else. Now it's harder to push out because they have Baron minions. And also, like, stuff like that, like, you cannot control what that Vayne just did. He was going to do that regardless of what you did this game. Now, barrier.
I'm dead.
Maybe not. I mean, this looks like a pretty difficult game, to be fair. Like, you look kind of gapped in mid and bot and support and jungle. But,
Why is my home guards going off? What the fuck?
I think maybe you had some damage on you ticking from something, I'm not sure. It was keeping you in combat. Maybe like a Briar bleed or something. I don't know. Or Leandry. Okay. So the biggest time where we dropped the ball was we got to like 4-0 or something. We were pretty fed, and then we never really pushed it into anything.
Right.
So let's look at what we could do. I'll get your VOD up. What's your little hashtag thing after your
NA1.
NA1? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let me turn my screen share on for you. You also turn on Epic Pen. And then we'll get this one. My screen share working okay?
No, I don't see it.
You know?
Maybe. Hold on. I'm gonna stop streaming. Okay, yeah, that worked. Alright, I see it.
Nice. Okay. Right. I've downloaded your VOD. So again, there's a couple of things we can talk about in lane, but you kind of mentioned them yourself. Your laning's not bad actually. I think like you identified earlier, it's mostly sort of being a little bit lost as to how to play out the mid to late game.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
So the first thing is like you acknowledged in the game. This is really nice. You popped his bone plating off. You got a little bit of chip damage on him. It also gives you control of the wave, and you get level 2 first here, right? This trade's pretty good. Okay, so in this state, what do you think you should be doing?
Try to hit a Q on him with my E.
Yeah, but more so than trying to hit a Q on him, you can just like, with how much stronger you are right now, you have Q and E, he just has Q. What he wants to do is walk up and Q these minions. So what we want to do is not let him do that. And to do that, we just path like this, and we just stand here, and we zone him away. So if we watch, see he's walking up and queuing that creep, but we could have already been here. You know where you've walked to now? We could have preemptively walked there, so that when he walks up to queue it, we can look for a level 2 trade on him. If you watch VODs of any like high ranked top laners, as soon as that minion dies for level 2, they just start, like, it looks like they've right-clicked enemy nexus. They're just walking down here. And it just pushes the guy all the way back. Because level 2 versus level 1, you literally have twice as many spells at your disposal as he does. So, like, here, his next one that he wants to queue is this one. I think you do zone this one, maybe. Like here, okay. So let me.
Yeah, he's in XP range.
Yeah, let me draw you a concept. So for you're thinking about last hit in this creep, right? Let me make it yellow because the creep's blue. You're thinking about last hit in this creep, and you're standing here. For him, it's way different if you're standing here to last hit it, whereas for you it doesn't make a difference.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? When you've got pressure in the lane, you can stand on this side of the creeps. Because like he can't walk into you. So you can just posture a bit more aggressively here. Also, ideally we wouldn't get hit by that Q, but it's not a big deal. The main thing is, do you know why at this point I would look to, or do you know what I would look to do next?
I don't know, for me,
Yeah, for you.
I don't really like to zone off when there's a cannon wave. Because
Okay.
it's just so easy to take minion damage. But I have
Okay.
a feeling you're going to say zone him off the wave.
I really don't care about minion damage right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this creep, and I'm going to kill this creep, and that's going to get me level 3. And then with my level 3, I'm going to skill up my W, and I'm going to ram my face into his as hard as I can. Because, let's say, because of the minion damage, okay, it ends up in a situation where his health is here, and your health is here, okay? I consider that a win. Do you know why?
Nope.
Because we're going to crash this wave and recall and get all of our health back. So even if our health ended up here, as long as we crash this minion wave, it's a winning trade. Because
free back.
Because we get the free back off of crashing the wave. So I'm going to use my level 3 to take as big a trade, which is off the first 2 minions of this wave. You always remember it's the first 2 melee minions off of the 3rd wave. I'm going to use it to just take the biggest trade I possibly can and then crash this wave. Now, the issue we had here, I think you do take a really, really good trade. The problem is you don't push fast enough. Because I don't think you were, like, at this point, I'm thinking I want to crash this wave.
No, I wasn't thinking, like, crash the wave. I was thinking get, like, some Qs off of him, you know?
Mm-hmm. Which is good. You get a really big trade. So, like, it's kind of in a position like what I was talking about, right? Your health's here, his health is here, but your health is going to go here if you recall, and his health is still going to be here after you recall.
Yeah. And even here, I think I'm walking away from him. I can just stand there and auto him, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, if he walks into you, you can auto him for sure. Most of the time, what someone's going to do here is they're going to click back because they're dying.
Yeah.
But if you kill these 3 creeps as fast as you can, you've got quite a long time. Can you see on the minimap, these creeps have still got to get all the way up here?
Yeah.
So as long as you kill them in this amount of time, which is pretty easy to do, you can take a free reset, and then what he's got to do is either use his teleport to bail him out, or he's got to push a wave into your tower, but you're going to come back with an extra longsword, and he's only got this much health. So you're going to be able to kill him before he can crash the wave onto you. So this is like pretty, like, this is really good. You get his flash. So here, I think the only way you could push this faster, you would crash this if you auto-e-autoed this cannon to kill it. But you
Yeah.
barely don't crash it. You see here?
Because I wait.
Yeah. And a lot of that, like, it's just coming down to the thought, like, having the premonition of thinking, like, I want to crash this wave after I've done this trade, I'm going to go for this trade, and then I'm going to crash this wave. Do you know...
Yeah, and...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sometimes as Aatrox, you're going to be in Maud's position in the matchup. Like, let's say you're in the Fiora matchup, right? The Fiora is going to have to push on you. Because she wins the matchup, right? In the level 1, level 2. Do you know what Maud should do here? Because a lot of the time, this is going to be you.
Well, if I were Mord, I would just back because it's a cannon wave. Or just... Well, sorry, no, I would stand enough to get the XP.
Yes, you just stand in XP range and you let the wave come in, and you keep your health as high as possible because you assume the reset's coming from...
Yeah.
Like, you
if
expect
I can just stand there and
trade.
not get punished for it,
yeah,
then why not?
Yeah. So that's a lot of the time how you were talking about, like, the first 4 levels, right? That's a lot of the time how it's going to go, is either you have push and you look to do what I'm talking about in this situation, or you don't have push and you look to do what Maud should do here, which is let this wave come in, and then you start playing off the bounce, where when the wave bounces off the tower, Mordekaiser 1 is going to hit his level 4 first, because he's got the push once it comes off the tower, and 2, he's got a bigger minion wave, which is harder to fight in. Because, like, you see here, you have the bigger minion wave because you're pushing.
Yeah.
Whereas when it bounces off the tower, it's going to be the opposite, and then you'd play for that in the losing situation.
Okay.
And I think in 90% of your games, that's how the first 4 levels are gonna go. Now what actually ends up happening?
Yeah, Briar comes in and have to flash.
Oh yeah, because we got pulled into tower, but that's like a minor mistake. That's not a...
I swear,
thing that's
tower
gonna
range is a
happen often.
little bigger than it used to be.
But yeah, now the wave's under the tower, we're getting the reset in. We've still got a good trade on him. We're still going to come back. I mean, Briar's cancelling the reset, which is a bit awkward, but...
But I don't even think I should be resetting there. Because
like in
I
this
was
push,
resetting
maybe?
there because it's weird because I knew that Briar might be there. So I was like, oh, if I'm standing there, I could make a play happen. But there's no way I 2v1 them at that health. So
No. Okay, then the next thing. Let's say... let's say we got the recall off in time, right? So instead of being here, where we are... Hang on, let me move the camera because this is a really silly place to put it. Oops. Okay. Instead of being here... Whoa, why is that so thick? We could be here. Yeah?
yeah. Yeah.
What should we do, assuming we're here? Now, obviously, we couldn't this game, and it was because of Briar. And also because we had to base on the 4th wave instead of the 3rd, because we didn't manage to crash it in time. But let's assume it all went correct, and we did. What do you think we should do from this position?
Try to get a freeze in front of my tower.
Where is this thing gone? I've lost this. But yes, that's correct. You want to stop his crash. Because then he has to reset on a freeze, and then he has to use his TP. I seem to have broken the client. I don't know where the... You know, like, the portraits have gone?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird. I don't actually know. The thing is, I don't know how to focus the camera. Oh, I guess I can do it like this. Okay, this is fine. We'll manage like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's zoom back in. Okay, so from here, you correctly identified that it's better to push slowly than it is to push quickly, because we deny creeps. Now here, I really liked where you stand. You see, do you remember on, I think it was the 2nd wave when you hit level 2? And I was talking about how you can stand further forward to make him respect you. Whereas, like, before at level 2, you were kind of standing here, ready to last hit this, but now you're standing here.
Yeah.
And do you see how much more pressure... Oops, that's not the eraser. You see how much more pressure there is on Mordekaiser just purely based off where you're standing. Like, you're not really doing anything. It's just where your character is right now.
Yeah.
So that's one thing to think about. But actually, a lot of what I'm talking about right now are like higher than gold level concepts, because your laning is already quite good.
Okay. Yeah, and that like my laning phase always felt good. Like sometimes I would maybe not do as well, but I wouldn't die a lot. And
Yeah.
I would take that as a win. But then as soon as it starts getting mid game, I kind of fall apart. Even though Aatrox is strong mid game.
He is, yeah. It's more about creating situations where you can use that strength.
Yeah.
So here, this was the example where we can see Briar, so warding doesn't really do anything. So you can either... Do you have gold? You have some gold. You could base and spend your gold if you wanted. You could buy 2 longswords, and that would also be fine. Or you can look to poke him under tower. That would also be fine. You just have to make sure you don't get E'd into it. I think either of those are like the 2 correct things to do in this situation. But if we didn't see Briar, then warding is also good. Where... Let's do a little quiz. Where would you ward right now?
Either right in that little passage going towards the river, or in the bush, and closer to top side in the river.
Okay, so we talking about this one?
Yeah, that one, or south. That depend. Where the jungler goes from their blue
Like
buff
here?
to the river. Yeah, somewhere there.
Okay, yeah. That one's good. These 2 are really good at avoiding getting ganked. There's another one that you can do that gives you more information on Briar, though. And that's this one. So this shows you Gromp and it shows you blue. So you can see whether the camps are up, and you can also, if the camps are up, you can see whether Briar is here or not.
Okay.
So if you ever have like tempo to move, like here, you've crashed the wave, you can look to come in and drop this ward.
Okay.
On blue side, it's not really you don't really have the same one. Like, you can maybe look to drop this one, or I'll just move this circle. Wait, this one.
Okay.
But that ward on red side into the enemy top side is really good.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think it's better than the blue side option.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, the rest of your lane phase, I think you played out quite well, and you got a really big lead. Let's just take a look. This was good. I liked how you played around Rengar. Mod TP'd. Okay, this reset's not ideal.
Yeah, because he can kind of get a free wave.
Yeah. So there's 2 things you can do here. If we look at this situation, if we say like Maud has TP, right? You also have TP at this point. What are the 2 things that you can try to do?
Shove it out so he is forced to use TP. Or let it just back right away and let it come back to me.
Yeah, he's forced to TP either way. So you can either try to let this wave arrive and stack into this one, and then try to hit both waves with all your Qs to push it. Or you can just recall now and TP back, and then this will push into you, and Maud has to TP, and you've got a freeze already. Both of those are okay. But I think we fail to push it all the way in. I'm not sure how. I think it's just... Okay, yeah, it's just because of where we're queuing from. You see, we're not hitting many minions with the Q.
Yeah, it was like
You
2
wanna,
minions.
yeah, you want to hit as many as possible. So, like, for your Q1, stand like this, and then your Q2, similar, and then Q3, you can, like, walk in and hit them all with the Q3.
Okay.
Because here it ends up in a situation where it's kind of like Maud could hold this. He could drag it into the bush, or he doesn't even need to. He's just holding a freeze, and we're missing a cannon wave. from ahead, which is...
I didn't even notice, like, in the laning phase, I didn't even notice I missed that cannon wave.
Uh-huh. Do you know how I know... Before you miss this cannon wave, do you know how I know you're going to miss this cannon wave at this point? Unless you TP. But let's assume you don't have TP or something, right? Do you know how I know you're going to miss this cannon wave?
No.
Okay. To hold a freeze, you want 4 minions from the previous wave. That's like the critical mass where there's enough damage to kill this wave before it can make a meaningful difference on this wave to start pushing. So because he's got 4 minions here, he actually has more than 4 minions, but he thins it out a little. If we go back, he's got like 5 minions. But because he's got enough minions, I know that this is going to freeze. So it's just going to sit here, and then in the time it takes you to get back, this wave's going to die.
Okay. Gotcha.
Again,
And
back
it's still early. There's no reason to hold my TP.
You
can only TP top pretty much.
If I had to take that base, like we could have avoided taking that bad base, but if I had to, I would just TP. Right. Is this where we could have pushed Mordekaiser away? I think. Yeah, like here, Briar is dead, so Rengar doesn't need you. So we can just go and fight this guy.
Right. Yeah, right away. And the only reason Rengar dies is because I don't fight him earlier.
Well, I'd say the only reason Rengar dies is because he jumps back in, but he does lose a lot of health.
Yeah, but it's like to assume that my Rengar is going to beat a Mordekaiser on his ult is kind of silly.
Like here, he just jumps back in for no reason. But yeah. Okay.
And then I stayed here. Kind of,
yeah, I think staying
Let me
here.
get my
yeah, no, playing around minion waves is right. So there's this one. And there's this one. Now this wave is way better for you, and the reason like you have so many minions to farm and they don't is because you pushed before you went to grubs. So it's bouncing back into you. So you have all these creeps to farm in top lane. And then you have to TP for it because it's pushing into you, but it's fine, we made a play. So we collect this wave, and then you keep dominating your lane.
I guess I could have held it, right?
No, you had to TP there. Because it would
No, I mean, if you go back like 30 seconds.
Oh, you mean held the wave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, a little, like, 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like right here, because he backs off.
Yeah, if you E into it and walk in, and then you would kill... So you remember how you need 4?
Yeah.
So to make you take less damage, but also make it harder for him to crash it on the next wave, I would normally like kill this, and then maybe this and this, and then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I didn't know that number.
5's good, like 4's good. 3 is too few. 4 is like the perfect amount. Sometimes I'll look to keep 5 a lot of the time, just because it gives you more like margin for error. You know, like if you like accidentally last it too fast or something.
Yep.
But yeah, you could definitely E into the wave and drag it into the bush and then hold it.
And I also
Either way,
missed
you can now...
my Qs on the minions in that wave. I'm kind of bad farming under tower.
It's okay. It just takes a little bit of practice. Get there. So here we're back to like the same situation we were in before, where it's like it's better to slowly push because it'll deny him creeps on the slow push. And then here, well, we don't know that he's here, right? But as soon as he shows again, we're assuming he's in base. But like now, because of where he is, it's kind of back to the same thing of aggressive positioning. You know, like to deny him getting in.
Yeah.
And also, because we are without our jungler and we're looking to do some aggressive positioning, we'll just drop a ward here.
Okay.
But ideally, I want to get into the mid game because I don't think there's too much wrong with the rest of the lane phase. I think your lane phase was definitely not the problem.
My lead just gets bigger from here, anyways.
Yeah, you kill him, you push. Okay, there's one small thing here right after we kill him between the towers.
Yeah. I was trying to. I don't know. I thought he would. I don't know, because at least in this elo, if they see that I'm half health, they're gonna like try to fight me. So I was trying to have him fight me on the bush,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Rengar could jump.
So at this point, we know we're going to take a reset here, don't we?
Yeah.
And we know we're not getting another plate. It's full health.
Yeah.
So what I would do is to get myself back into lane faster and be playing on higher tempo, I would walk down here and I would kill this wave here. And then recall in this bush.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Mordekaiser is still down for
Yeah.
17 seconds.
Yeah, he's
so
still
I could
dead.
just go ahead and get the wave in.
So
Kill the wave.
yeah, the difference you get is you basically give yourself the amount of time that it would take from the minions to walk from here to here, which is where you end up killing it. So however long it takes these minions to walk here, you just save that much time, and you get back to lane that much quicker, which can make quite a big difference.
Yeah, maybe I have a little more tempo for that Rift Herald that I was trying to get, and that played out really bad.
So yeah, you see you end up killing the wave here. Or we could just kill it down here. Okay, I think now we are... once this tower dies is when I was like considering it mid-game for you. Because then you had a lot of opportunity to do stuff.
Yep.
You solo killing here? Yep, nice. And now we get the tower. Perfect. So now, let's definitely turn on objective timers, because that's one thing we want to look at. So I think you correctly identify that Herald is the next objective. I think you tunneled on it a bit. But that's good, because we want to play objective focused. It's the easiest way to make people fighters and use our lead. So, what do you think I want you to do right now?
Just shove the wave again.
Yeah, push this one in. And then we get it on their tower. And then once it's on their tower, Mordekaiser has to come and just sit here. And while he's sitting here, we're going to look to go and do something. So he's sitting here farming a wave, and we can be like, we can be looking for Syndra in mid, or, you know, looking for a gank, or if Rengar's on the Herald, we can go on the Herald with him. We want to play around our team. Do I have like something on my screen or something instead? Wonder if that's showing on the recording. There's some...
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, yeah. I thought I couldn't get rid of it, but there we go. I was like wiping my screen with my finger.
Yeah, it looked like something.
Okay, so we push this wave in now. Do we need a base? I don't think so. We got 1.4k. We can't finish item, but we can base. Base is fine. We can come back out with items. And then again, we'll look to push the wave in. So here, is this where you start Herald? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I just started.
what do you think the main reason I don't like you starting Herald here is?
I mean, I'm losing a wave, number one.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's just the wave position. You're so much stronger than this guy. So this top lane wave, or whatever lane you're in, the wave state is dictated by you, because you're the one who's strong. This is why being ahead is really important in League. Is because we get to decide where the wave is. So instead of having this wave here, we can make this wave be here. And when this wave's here, there's like... Mordekaiser can just walk in here, and when he comes back, these waves are still going to be there. Whereas if he walks here like this, it's just all going to die to the turret. So it creates like a sense of imminency. It's like, I have to get this wave now. And while he's getting this wave, you two can do this.
Yeah, instead of like I path through like raptors from like, you know, mid-ish of the map, I could have just walked to the minion wave and try to push it in, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Okay, we're not starting the Herald. So now we are pushing. Is good.
Sometimes I feel like I know I'm supposed to be pushing, but I can't because my jungler isn't like there to like keep me safe from the enemy jungler. So that's kind of
okay. Here, I think as Aatrox this strong, I would be feeling confident enough to walk up and push the wave. So if you look at where this wave is on the map, right, we want to push this one too, because I would estimate the minions are going to meet somewhere around here right now.
Okay.
We'll have to see where they actually meet. It might be a little further on. Okay, I missed a little bit. But you see, like, I was just judging it based on the minimap.
Team's turret has been
Mhm.
destroyed.
So it is definitely scarier to push this wave in, standing here, because of Briar. But there's a way that we can get the goal here is to get this wave and this wave that's coming onto this tower, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know how we can do that in a safer way?
Nope.
Okay, so if we go back a little bit, you see when you're pushing this wave? Not this one. This is like the last remnants of that wave.
Yeah.
Okay. What would happen if we pushed this wave slowly instead of quickly? If you imagine, we're still killing this wave now, right? So this wave isn't walking yet. It's still killing the other one. And now it's still killing the other one. And now it's still killing the other one. We're slowly pushing. Slowly. And maybe now the wave dies, right? So the minions are going to meet halfway between them. So right now, I can't zoom out. Right now, the minions are going to meet here. It's gone really thick again. But if we imagine that the wave was here instead of here right now, then halfway between here and here is about here. And it's much safer to push it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Did I explain that well enough?
Just tell me where so you want me to push it from that little circle you drew, right?
Yeah, so
no?
if we basically, to make it safer, if you're worried about the jungler, to make it safer to push in, if we push this wave slowly instead of quickly,
Okay.
then this wave... Oops, sorry, that's not the eraser.
It'll be a little further up, right?
Yeah, because this wave wouldn't set off. It wouldn't start walking until this wave is dead. Which would mean that the line of where the minions meet would move from down here to up here, which makes it much safer to kill it from here. So if you're worried about the jungler, but you still want to push the same waves, you can slow push this one and then hard push.
Okay, so when you slow push, is the difference if you hit like caster minions, melee minions?
I would like just last hit.
Okay, so just last hit.
Yeah, just last hit the minions.
Okay.
And then you'll get yourself in the same situation, which is where we want to be, which is we push this wave into the tower, and then that gives us like time and freedom to go and move around the map. Also, I don't think you, as a top laner, I wouldn't ever solo Herald. I don't know if you're aware, but they added the thing to Herald that Baron has, where whoever's tanking it deals half damage to it.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Because
so
I used to be able to like solo it.
Yeah, that's new in this season. So this new version of Herald, if you're tanking it, you deal basically no damage to it. So soloing it's
Also,
never really a good play.
Did Briar have vision on me? Is there? I don't see a ward. How did she know to ult me?
Maybe she's just the goat? I actually don't know. The only thing she sees is this ward. Did she try and ult Rengar and miss?
I think so.
Oh my god. She did?
So unlucky.
No way. Okay, yeah, that's really unlucky.
I know I missed my Q2 in this fight. I still don't think a level 10 Briar should be able to fight me.
Yeah, maybe not.
And almost kill Rengar is kind of ridiculous. Anyways, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so now, looking here, we can go back into our top lane and we can push it out. We'll get those two waves into the tower, so you see it's going to be this wave and the next one. And again, if you were scared, you could push the first one slowly to make it so that you're a little bit safer pushing the second one. So we push this one in, and then we're going to look to go and do something. We don't want to just be sitting in top lane here. So I would be looking like, maybe I can gank this Smolder with Zac, you know? Or maybe like when Vayne comes out of base, we can do Herald as 3 and we can ping together. Or there's a dragon spawning. Maybe I can walk down and we can play for this dragon. You know, like we're looking for things to do with our team. Rather than alone. Because if we make it a numbers game, right? We have 8,192 here. And they have 5,391. If we can bring this 8,192 into team play, because that's the difficulty in top lane, is we're so isolated, we need to find a way to get this into here.
Oh, that's a crazy gold lane on Mordekaiser.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely
let's,
could have done
instead
that.
of just hanging around here, let's go and like pressure this smolder. And then off of pressuring this smolder, we can look for the Herald. And then we can come and push again and get our tempo back. And then we can go and look to do something. And it's going to be like that rinse and repeat, sort of get the really high pressure and tempo in top lane, and then look to go and transfer it into something.
Now, just so like I kind of know
'Cause
when to
you
do
could,
it.
you see this, you could be here. Imagine if you are here right now.
Yeah, I probably get a triple kill. Or
What were
a
you
double
gonna
kill,
what were you gonna
a
ask?
double.
Sorry?
Oh no, I was gonna ask. So like when I have a lead like that and I'm pushing into the tier 2 tower, and I like let's say I don't have vision or it's just the Mordekaiser up there. Is it kind of better to always slow push if I know that I'm not, because I know I can't get the tower with him there, and then fast push if he leaves for whatever reason?
Yeah, pretty much. I think a lot of the time I will just autopilot fast push, but it probably is better to slow push the first wave and then flash push the second one with the, like so that you do two at the same time. I think that is better.
Okay.
If you fast push the first one, you're kind of disrespecting the jungler. You're saying I'm strong enough to just push this in your face. But also, if the jungler comes, like, then you're drawing pressure as well. So now we push this in, and I think Herald is the right thing to look for still. But your team won't always be on the right page. This is good though. You pushed in, and now we're moving in, and you're in the fight with your team. And now we can look to push in again, and then maybe we can move to Dragon. Let's see. I don't think you actually needed to walk here, though. If you just moved your camera to the wave, you would have realised that it was going to die anyway, and you could have just walked straight down to Dragon. Or just still been here. But again, like, your teammates randomly dying for no reason, you can't really control that.
Right. But like in this case, like with the dragon up
Mhm.
and they're on it, the things I don't know they're on it, should I try to run to this dragon anyways? Or should I just keep going top?
I think what I would do here is I would just come down here and push this wave out, and then if they've not done the dragon yet, then
Then I'm there for the dragon.
yeah, then we have ways in as well, because we have Prio in this lane, which gives us like, it also gives us this way in, and it gives us this way in, and it gives us this way in.
Okay.
Instead of like normally we just have this way in.
Okay.
But
And do I care about like Mordekaiser taking my top tower at this point?
I
know it's not ideal,
a
but
long way away from doing that.
yeah.
He's all the way down here, so I wouldn't worry about that. Like, what realistically should happen? You know, your Ahri's dead. If you come out of base here and push this in down here, then your Ahri on respawn should go and defend this tower. But again,
Okay.
you can't rely on your teammates to do that, but you can kind of almost expect
Be in the
it.
position that if they do. Then
Yeah.
it's their correct play. Okay. So I guess what I was asking, it doesn't apply right now, but if I see like my top laner about to take my tower and like I have the opportunity to fight for dragon, which one should I go for? I would assume the dragon because it's a permanent.
Yeah, I think
Like-
it depends. Like,
Okay.
T1 tower, probably dragon. T2 tower, definitely tower. Like,
Okay.
defend T2 towers with your life.
Yeah. Okay.
But ideally, you don't let him do it. So again, now, I mean, we can look to kill him if he... You could maybe have just ulted on him there, you know, for the speed, because he's got so far to run away before he's safe.
Yeah.
You can look to just...
I guess I was just going for the minions.
As well. Yeah, that's fine too. We push this one, we push next one, and then we can look to be present on the map. So, if we... Basically, what I want you to get you thinking about is, like, here we could already be pushing this, you know? And if we push this in as quick as possible, do we kill Maud?
I don't think so.
Some decent damage though.
I probably could have killed him, but I was worried about him ulting me under tower.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got another wave to push now. So we'll push this one in. And now we see two people here. Okay, no, that's actually really nice. You just outplay him and kill him. And your team are just dying. This is kind of a rough game to show because you don't really have much of a team to play around. Like, your mid and bot are both just running it.
Yeah, I had my jungler. He was pretty strong at least. So.
Yeah. I think here I probably would have tried to go mid, but again, Syndra's so strong. Maybe she can just kill you.
I think she does. Usually when, like, even if I'm strong as Aatrox, if I try to fight, like, a Fed mage, I don't know if I'm misplaying it, but it never works out for me.
Okay. So here we're basing. I think I would have actually based and looked to come out onto the map.
Yeah, no, I think this is where I said, I should just base,
Yeah.
and then I stop my base, and then I die.
I'm
Even though I said I was gonna die.
I'm looking at this T2 here with this wave
Protect the
pushing in.
T2.
Yeah.
Okay. I never really, like, saw that as, like, oh, defend the T2s with your life.
Okay. They just give a lot of gold. Do you
I didn't know that.
Are you getting the concept in general though of like push this in
Yes.
and then we're
Yes.
just looking to
Yes.
like move across and do something else and then we're gonna come back and catch it and then we're gonna come back and
Right.
that's like the general play pattern.
Yeah, and I kind of understood that, but the thing is, I would just, like, instead of, like, going to, bot lane to protect that tier 2 and maybe get their tier 1, I would be like, okay, let me go in their jungle, try to get a kill. Like, that's how I was thinking before.
Okay.
Which is risky because, like now I can't 3v on this.
Yeah. So instead of thinking about it as let's push this in and then look to get a kill, let's get you thinking about let's push this in and then go and create a numbers advantage somewhere.
Okay.
Because we know that this guy's going to come and get this wave. So we can make a 5v4 somewhere else, or like a 4v3 or something, you know?
Yeah.
So let's start thinking about tempo as like a way to create numbers advantages. And we'll go and play
I
around
think-
whoever else we've got.
I think me dying here was like, yes, I'm doing really strong, but I think, and my team's not doing great, but I think me dying there single-handedly, like, changes the game.
Yeah, it loses, like, you're kind of, and maybe Rengar too, but you're kind of you're the only laner that's strong. And you just
the
lost
win
so
con
much
with
of
Rengar.
that. Yeah. You just lost so much of that. And then your team are just randomly dying in mid again. Again.
Yeah, I mean,
the only way you can control this is like if it's happening on the timer where you've rotated into them after you've pushed it in, then you can fight this with them. But otherwise, sometimes your team just are bad.
yeah, they kind of keep doing that too. I mean, look how many deaths they have in it's
They have 10
20
deaths
minutes.
each. The mid and bot have 20 deaths in 20 minutes between them.
Yeah.
21. It's an unlucky game for sure. I think the rest of the game is mostly you just being behind in gold and unable to really play anymore. As a team, you're very, very far behind, and then this mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, once I saw that, which I shouldn't have, I only really died once right before that, I started making, like, dumb plays.
I just want to look at how they got Baron. Oh, it was when we TP'd in, right? Let's have a quick look at this. So we're pushing opposite the objective with teleport. This is good. This is a good situation to be in. And now I'm thinking, like, we want to TP in. I was looking maybe here. Let me just say this, right? If you're in a position in a game where the enemy support is solo killing your mid laner in the side lane, that's pretty rough. But either way, I think I would have just gone for this TP and looked to play around my vein.
Yeah, for sure.
And Ari's just running it. I don't know. She's got 14 deaths now. But yeah, the last thing I wanted to look at was how they got this Baron, which is just like, because after this Baron, they just end the game. Okay, do you have any questions about this VOD before we move on?
No.
Okay, cool. So let's jump into another game and let's try to apply those things, particularly the mid game thing, but also some of the laning things, like the like how we play out the first few waves, and then sort of that aggressive positioning once we.
Do you mind if I take a minute break real quick?
No, yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, let's if you get your share screen on and queue up for another game, then we'll see if we can apply these things. There. So, in order from the start of the game onwards, what things are you? Oh, are we trying to think about?
Firstly, try to use a level 2, level 3 zone / trade opportunity if the matchup is okay for it. And then just wave manage correctly.
Yeah.
Back on the right timers, and try to set up my waves for objectives.
Nice. So yeah, we've got the ways to play out the lane. Either we are the one with the push, or we're not the one with the push, and then thinking about what's going to happen after the first crash, which is generally a lot of the time the one with the push is going to try and recall, and then it's your job to get a push in as the one who didn't have the push. Then we've got your aggressive positioning when you do have an advantage, and then moving into mid game, we've got playing around pushing in the waves and then making ourselves useful.
Top laner might first pick here.
Potentially with the Darius ban in the first thing, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's really good.
Yeah, I think that's a really good matchup. We can definitely look to try and play out lane like the way we did against Maud, but get that crash so that we can get the good reset and come back to lane with a big advantage. Can definitely give that a go this game. Assuming that's a top lane Cho'Gath. He banned Darius, so it probably is.
Oh, Riven. I wonder if that's Riven mid or top.
Hmm. I get maybe with a Galio ban it is Riven mid. If it's Riven top, it's probably one of the matchups where you would have to give her push. I guess it's Riven mid with Fiddle jungle and Smolder Shaco bot.
Yeah. By the way, do you ever go this tenacity rune? Because I'm thinking they have quite a bit of CC here with the fiddle, Shaco Fear, Riven stuns, and Cho'Gath silence knockup.
I've never
That
really
might be
thought
worth.
about it, but you could. I don't think it's bad. It is only 10% though. I don't know whether it's worth it. I think I would rather just pick up Merc Treads
Okay.
than because if you do buy Merc Treads for the 30%, then the 10% from that rune is only going to give you 7%
Gotcha.
with
A
like
little bit of math wizard.
the Well, you do like it as a percentage of what's left, right? So the 30% is taken off of the 100%, so then you've got 70%, and then you take 10% off that 70%, which is 7%. Quick maths.
I still wouldn't have been able to do it. And I do aircraft dispatching, and that's way more math than I ever have to do.
Cho'Gath has a really aggressive setup with precision and
Yeah,
hail of
hail.
blades.
Yeah. I've never really gone up against the Hailblade Shogath.
He just wants to do that really fast, all three of his E-proc things. You might max E, actually. But if you just, like, play around your Q range and space him out, it's still, the matchup's just really Aatrox favoured. It's hard for him
Okay.
to dodge your Qs, and
30 seconds until minions
Is that like a level 1 thing I have to look out for? Yeah, right.
yeah, just don't let him walk up and triple E you for free.
Okay. So I guess because I kind of want to preemptively start hitting the minions here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I guess I can't.
You might be able to if you walk, like, if you walk in with your melee minions. Another thing is that Cho'Gath a lot of the time is going to take approach velocity in his second tree. Oh, maybe you can get a big trade on him and assert lane prio here. Yeah, nice. Okay, now he's got no flash. Now you should definitely be able to get the push. And then we can use our level 2, and then we can use our level 3 for a big trade, and then reset on the wave crash. It's like we've got, like, you know, like before you were saying you don't really think ahead in waves. Now we've got a plan for the next 3 waves, haven't we? I think there you could just passive auto him and Q3 him. If you got your passive up, don't be too scared of him. It's good though. Keep. His E pushes quite hard.
He's gonna get it. I'm just gonna chill out.
Okay. Happy with that too. His spells push the wave quite quick. Ah, that's a shame. Unlucky. Yeah, we'll just get the XP. Are you still there? The stream crashed for me, I think.
Yeah. I'll restart it now.
It's fine now. It's fine now. Don't worry about it. Just keep playing your game. Huh. How strange. It's just freezing a lot for me for some reason. Okay, so when this wave crashes, we're gonna have. It looks okay. It just freezes occasionally. But we've got a lot of HP, and the important thing is that we've got this HP so that once we like slow push back out, we can maybe crash the wave. Like we can like use our HP to force it into his tower.
No.
I'll drink my potion here. Want to be as healthy as possible on this push out, especially if there's a chance of the jungler being involved. And we just push slowly. So we're now in the situation the Maud was in last time. Oh, that hit you? No way. Okay, you should be a little stronger now that you've got 2 points in your queue. And then next level you get even stronger. Nice. Well played.
Should I just back here?
I think you're strong enough to push this in, even if he teleports in. Just try and remember to try and hit as many minions as possible with your Qs. Yeah. Like, there's no way he's fighting you in a minion wave that big. If he tries to hold that, he's going to lose too much health and you can just fight him. Yeah, like, he's griefing by... Oh, if that hit him, I think he was dead. You need to push this one in because it's not like cleanly crashed. But again, it's not bad for you because of how much health you took off him. Like you can just kill the melee here. I think. Might be able to cancel you there. It might be greedy, but if you're baiting.
Mm.
But again, he's got no TP and he's pushing into you, so even if you stay, like now that this has all gone down and we're staying, it's not a big deal. You're gonna hit 6 before him, and he's pushing into you, and he's lower on health. I think he's also dead to a full combo. I like where you're positioning. It's good. You're zoning him away. Could have queued him off of that.
Mm.
Get your level 6. Maybe you could have outplayed that. If you got level 6 and then fought with it. I'm not sure. You're 1 minion off 6, so you could queue the wave. You have to TP here, I think.
I bought boots so I could walk back, but I think I still lose some minions.
Boots is good in this matchup anyway. It helps you dodge his Qs. You can freeze this. Do you remember before we were talking about running it into the bush?
Yeah.
Also, don't worry if you like, because you've got a lot on your mind at the moment in this game after the VOD review you just did. So if you start struggling a bit more with things that you normally wouldn't struggle with, it's completely normal. Nice. Really nice. Okay, now he's got no flash again. Now here I would just last it.
Yeah, that's what I was planning. Ah, the jungler's up here.
Yeah, it's okay. Just position like conservatively for a while, and then like once this jungle leaves, you can start playing more aggressive again. He's never gonna kill you there. You can probably hold this wave as well. Fiddle needed to kind of push it in with Joe, but he just stood there and did nothing. Nice. Yeah, Joe's in a very, very rough situation. I would have actually, a small thing, I would have dropped that caster minion to deny him cannon XP.
Oh, he's gonna kill me here.
Nah, he's not got mana. You're fine. But now that your health is low, I think you have to like go for a crash so you can get a reset in. A big part of playing for freezers is knowing when to stop as well. You've got the next wave to push too. Then you can go, and he's still kind of trapped in lane because he's not got teleport yet. Nice. Yeah, just fast push this, crash it, and get your reset in. Nice. Again, if he tries to hold it too hard, then you can probably kill him.
All right, I see the fiddle mid. He's
Yeah.
gonna try to crash it again.
Yep. All he's doing by holding it there is delaying it by, like, delaying the same situation by 1 wave. There you go.
No way he cancels this too, right? I might flash
Nah.
on him if he tries to do this.
Yeah, exactly. That's the correct mindset to have. Like last time, if you know when you were basing and he went to hold the wave, if you've got it in your head already that like if you try to hold the wave or cancel my back, I'm just gonna kill you, you know, and then you like make that snap decision, you're like ready for it.
Yeah. My team's losing. I see.
Yeah. I mean, Kai'Sa's strong, and Veigar's gonna be strong later, so we definitely will have people to play around.
I guess I'm kind of deciding whether or not I want to Go Bruiser or Lethality. Probably Bruiser.
Probably, yeah, probably Bruiser into the amount of CC that they've got.
Executed.
So you're winning top now, quite decisively. We can maybe try to start like pinging grubs to try and get Aramumu to come and play, and then we can look to crash the wave and play off of the prior.
Oh,
Oh,
or with that.
it's okay. The thing is, even while you were like you took that trade, right, and you missed, but while you were doing it, I think he missed a minion of XP just because of how aggressively you were positioned and where the wave is. I've seen you outplay these. Oh shit, the attack move. Unlucky. The idea was good though. Nice. Yeah, you played that situation really well. So now you can push this wave out and do grubs. And again, like now we're starting to kind of get into mid game. Not quite, but it's gonna be that like create prio and then expand our lead across the map.
ESTP, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go for
no,
play
yeah,
on just back.
I think like going like, oh, my team don't need me on grubs. It's like the Rengar situation, right? It's like, oh, my team don't need me. I'll just take a play and back. It's good analysis of the situation.
Yeah, if I had warded the bush earlier, I could have like last hit the fiddle and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
gotten a double kill.
The
But
vision just dropped as you went for your attack move click, and it went on Cho'Gath instead. You still played it really well. Like a lot of people would die there.
oh, I'm so bad at this game.
Oh no. Okay, we've got a dragon coming up. Is there any way we can play around this right now?
Have it shoved in and play for a TP.
Yeah.
Or just walk.
Yeah, we could either TP down there if there's like something starting, or we could walk and try and force it and then TP back after.
Yeah, Cho doesn't have a TP, so
Now, do you remember when there was that one time where we were resetting after some plates, and I was talking about farming between the waves to give us more time? You can also just do that on purpose to give yourself more time to walk down to Drake. Potentially, we could have looked for a teleport on bot here. There was like a bot gank going on. But only while the wave was crashed. Now it's like, now we need to push the wave again. And then we can look for a TP. Your team's pinging Drake, so it's really good if you can get this wave in and be ready to TP. Like maybe, I would probably stand on your pink ward as well, because you know Cho doesn't have vision there, so he's not going to cancel it with a Q or something.
okay.
Ah, they got it. You can maybe look bot. Unfortunately,
I should have known there's 4.
yeah. The more times
I'm just gonna back.
the more times you do this, the better you'll get at like quickly recognizing what's going on, and then you'll be able to decide whether or not it's a good TP. There, it
No,
wasn't a good
Yumi,
TP,
don't go on me.
there
Dude,
it
I
wasn't
had
a
an
good TP, but there'll be a lot of
Yeah, I
times
know.
where it is a good TP.
I know. Yeah, I agree. That was misplay, but game's still on. I had a game the other day. I had a game the other day where I had a Yumi sitting on me instead of the ADC, and I was like 10 kills up, but I was 3 levels down.
Maybe this guy might die.
I guess I don't know if I kill him if I press ult. But...
I'm not sure. Might just be lacking a little bit of damage. But again, you're winning the lane so hard. You're gonna have constant pressure, and we can look to get stuff done. So the Herald's up, right? You can maybe ping your Amumu.
I guess I let him back there.
If you ping assist me on Herald right now while you're pushing this wave. Just to try, like, treating this Amumu like an AI, see if he responds to this Herald ping. And if we get this, then what we've done is we've converted your top lane lead into a Herald without you actually losing anything, because there's no wave that you're missing right now. Ah, there's a fiddle. You might have to fight this. I would look to get in Fiddle's face a little to try, like, he wants to ult in, do you know what I mean? You could have cancelled that with a Q. You still played that well, though. Now finish the Herald. Okay, so you converted your top lead into a 2-for-1 and a Herald.
Yeah. Now I normally don't know what to do with heralds. I'm just gonna. Should I spawn it now or?
I would, yeah. Wait, plates are down, right? Maybe not. What's Vigar doing?
I don't know. Some fucking gold shit.
Make sure you ride it to get the little goons. I think the Vigar was just unwilling to take the safe route back to mid lane, and he just tried to walk through
Yeah,
Riven
I
and
mean,
died.
dude, like literally sometimes that's. I'm gonna try to push this in the back. Literally people like just fight for no reason.
Okay, there's we could push
Oh,
another wave because it's between the tower, but it's fine. We can look to do something from base here, maybe.
okay.
Maybe not because we didn't push the next wave. We should probably just go top and catch the wave because Cho's going to push it. But if we manage to push it deep all the way to his T2, then we would have had much more time here from base to, like, we could look for something around this bot lane, or we could have just gone and pushed mid lane in while Veigar's dead.
Okay.
But
I see.
Veigar,
It
by the way,
really
just
matters.
died
Like,
and then TP'd into bot and died.
yeah, I know. I saw.
What were you saying, sorry?
I mean, no, he's playing Veigar. Just farm, bro. Just press Q on the minions.
So yeah, let's practice the like slow push this one, just last hit, and then we'll fast push the next one, and we'll see how much easier it is to push two waves, like how much safer it feels.
Cho's mid.
That's okay. We'll stay here and get the
Just keep-
prio, and then we'll look because Cho's gonna miss these minions if he's doing this. So now we'll finish this wave, and now we'll fast push the next one. And you see how safe you are pushing this? It's all the way up here now instead of all the way down there. And now you can look for something.
Should I just walk drag? But doesn't he get my tower?
No, because he doesn't have a wave. After, like, there's no minions for him to push the tower with. You can push the next one and then look drag, maybe? Or you can look for that smolder with a Mumu. Or you can fight this guy, because he's just in your face. Nice, one down. There's a Riven coming up the river, we saw her. Okay, you guys flash, I think that's enough. Oh my god, that move was disgusting. Nice, big shutdown. Push this in, and then I would maybe base TP Drake to get, to get the item advantage, but Drake might be gone. It depends if they can stop him.
I think they can.
Yeah, I think so. You could maybe TP onto the bot wave or in the river and help them. Cho'Gath's TP in as well. You can look to kill him off of his TP. Keep the fiddle out if you can.
I mean, I did everything I could, to be honest.
Yeah. The best thing would have been if you could cancel the fiddle, but I think that's the only thing you could have changed there.
Sometimes Yeah, I mean,
1 second, someone's ringing my doorbell. I'm sorry. Be right
no,
back.
you're fine.
Right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't. I know you've been saying it, but I didn't know you could cancel. Uh,
Oh, the
fiddle.
fiddle. Yeah. He
Yeah, I
channels
didn't
it.
know.
He goes like ree, and then you CC him and it stops.
Shut down.
That's good.
Why? I don't
I'm
know
not
why
giving this way.
Kaiser. Yeah, I don't know why she's got.
I'm not giving it to her.
You can probably give her the next one, or you could just run up to the player and give her the wave. Because
I mean, the thing is like, okay, you're the master. I'll give her this one.
I was just thinking you could go top because she's not gonna go top unless.
I think she's useless. That's why I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about pushing as many waves as possible. Like if she was gonna push this bot one anyway, which for some reason she isn't any, I don't know. But we could have pushed the top one while she was pushing the bot. Do you know what I mean? Like we can sort of get more things done.
Yeah. She got Shaco boxed, so she left.
Okay, well we're just destroying this guy. Nice, some big damage.
I'm gonna just back out. I don't
Yep,
know.
yeah. We don't have anyone on the map right now, so. But since we got such a big trade on him, we can look to get more big trades on him and then use the pressure to. Like here, it's looking like there might be an opportunity for us to gank mid or something after this. We'll see. Maybe you end up killing this guy.
He's doing a good job dodging my
He is actually, yeah.
An ally has been slain.
So here we ended up in a situation where like we haven't really created times to move. Ideally, we would have pushed waves and like
just
moved into mid, and
slam my
then
face into it, right?
yeah,
Into the waves.
while they were dying mid, if we could have been there because we'd like pushed in bot wave and gotten there, it would have been really, really nice. Because then you probably would have just killed them. I think you're the strong.
Yeah.
You might be the strongest player in the game right now.
I know. I think they're on Baron, but my Mumu's not even pathing towards it. I'm just gonna back and go bot.
Maybe you can stop them on your own. Well, I think playing around that might just be too risky with the size of shutdown that you have. Oh no, someone just TP'd top.
Cho'Gath, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Like, yeah, I guess maybe I could stop it, but by the way, are you gonna post these on YouTube or anything?
Yeah,
Okay, good, because I would like to rewatch it. Should I TP to that? No, right? He has Baron. He's gonna get it anyway.
yeah, it's gone. You can. I think like one of the people in mid should be defending that wave while you're getting
I
this
want
one,
to.
but you can. Oh, Veigar's
I
going.
can
You can
probably.
push. Yeah.
I can get this tower. Yeah.
Yeah. This will be on YouTube. The other ones I've done are on YouTube as well. If you're interested in like you can see in the thumbnail what rank and champion it is. So if any of them interest you, they're there. I don't know why there's a Yuumi
What
here.
is going on?
I don't know. But the next thing to play around is this dragon. And if we can keep pressure here, we can make it as easy as possible for our team. You can maybe look to go mid here and kill that Riven. But this is when I like we've pushed the wave, right? So now it's our. You can almost think of it as like a turn-based game, right? Now it's our turn, and then next it's going to be their turn. Oh, not quite.
I was like hard stunned, so I couldn't Q3 at the time I needed a Q3.
Yeah, there's definitely ways we could play it better, but the small things like that aren't the worst thing. But it's good that we rotated into mid. We want to start doing this. We want to start looking for these things where we're pushing waves, we're creating pressure, and then we're rotating in. Again, you don't really have much to play around. You're struggling in the mid and AD carry department in these games. But at least Veigar's a champ that's he's gonna become useful sooner rather than later.
Yeah. What item do you think I should go next? I have
Probably
Eclipse, Thunder,
Cleaver.
and that's what I was thinking.
Maybe TP on him, yeah. I like it. Is there a chance you win this? Maybe. Oh, unlucky. Nice. Awesome. Huge. That's
I
a
hope she gets off me now.
that's a big swing. I think it's really unfortunate that we've got so little pressure anywhere else that there's nothing to do with it. Like ideally we would have killed 4 people there and then there's something for us to do, but there's no
Yeah,
Baron,
like
there's no
push top tower in.
yeah, there's no top tower to take. The mid wave's not pushed enough for us to take the mid tower. There's just nothing to do, which is
We really need this drag
yeah,
desperately.
you do.
It's their
Correct.
sole point.
So we don't have teleport. How long till the dragon spawns? 3 minutes. Okay, so we want to get the wave opposite into a good enough position that we can kind of just leave it once the time comes, and then we can look to rotate down. So we want to get it deep pushed before the dragon, and then start moving down. I think you can just absolutely murder this Cho'Gath if he walks anywhere near you.
No, Yumi, please. I got Fiddle up here. Vega or TP. Maybe I should try to fight him.
I'd push the wave
Whatever.
first,
Yeah, I'll just push it.
and then after you've pushed this wave, sort of assess whether you think anything's going to happen if you move into mid. It could. I would probably go. If it wasn't, then I would push another wave. You could maybe push mid and then move into bot, or you can just push top as well. Both of those are fine. Maybe you can get Smolder here.
Whatever.
Fine. Let's get
Cooldown.
control of mid. We've got 141, so we should probably go back and get that top wave.
Oh, I'm level 17. She can stay on me now.
I like it more if she's on a teammate though, because you're not gonna die. But your teammates might.
Should I just have slow push that one? Yeah, right. And then fast push second.
I think it's fine. You can probably just fast push. You're strong enough to just fast push it in their face. Like you could have just walked into that Cho'Gath and pushed the next wave.
Uh,
Okay, so how long till the Drake spawns? What's the timer on it? 37. So let's go and get your items and walk there.
they might be on Baron.
Oh, Baron's alive? Oh, it doesn't show on the minimap for me. Yeah, I think they are. I wasn't thinking about Baron because there's no Baron icon for the on the minimap for me for some reason.
Yeah, I agree with the Vigor. I'd rather just let them get the Baron. Make sure we get the soul.
Looks like they're going for the soul, but you can fight this. You should be here before Cho'Gath. Nice. Here we're just in the right position. Now I think your job in this position is to go and find Fiddlesticks, and Amumu should be
Okay.
on the Drake.
Alright, you
Okay.
got it.
Now you can do Baron. I would start spamming the Baron. I don't even think you need him, but he's coming from base.
Well, the Fiddle has...
Oh, you just kill that guy. He's flashed.
Yumi, get off me, please.
And your team aren't hitting it for some reason. I don't know why. Look to turn. Look for Fiddle. Nice. Stream's frozen for me, but I'm just letting you do your thing.
Oh, I queued the wrong way?
I think you win these. Nice. Okay, let's
Just push
get
mid.
some wave prio. Yeah, the best thing we can do here.
I don't think I can. Should I reset because my gold?
No, push the next one and then reset. Get this wave pushed in. And then it looks like mid's gonna be your job again because the other two are already pushed.
Mm.
I really
Oh,
like
yeah, just...
Spirit Visage with the Yumi.
Oh, I forgot I was at my last item. I need all of it.
Okay, so you've got two options here. Like you can either mid straight into Baron, or you can mid and then run bot and start playing for that bot tower and TP into Baron. So we'll see what the best one looks like. I feel like maybe straight into Baron just because you've got Yumi on you. You don't want to be dragging Yumi into bot. But if you can get her off you, then you can go bot.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, so your two options here were to push the mid wave and look for Baron, or like a fight. Oh, look at the fight. I think it's winnable, honestly. Keep playing for your Sundered Sky procs. Ah, unlucky. I think the only thing you could do there is react a little bit quicker to the fight going off.
Yeah.
Just being
Yeah.
more aware of what's going on. But also, I'm talking to you at the same time, so you've got a lot going on in your head.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like. I'm just trying to listen to you more honestly than winning the game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, if we compare this game to the last game, you've been a part of so many more plays.
Yeah.
And you kind of turned the game around by doing it. Because it looked really doomed earlier. Whereas now it's quite close. Well, Riven got outplayed. Surely Vigar doesn't die to that. Surely.
I mean, he's so important. He can't be dead when there's Baron and Drag up, man.
Yeah, it was him that got caught, like, just before that big fight that happened as well. He's a bit
I don't
of
even know if this is a good
chronic
idea.
dyer in this game. Yeah, just take this dragon. You don't want to give them soul.
I should look for the. Well, no, but there's no damage, so I kind of have to.
You could go and look for Fiddle here. Amumu does plenty of damage by himself. Like, he can solo a dragon. Nice. Big. Can you get the smaller? Huge. You can probably do Baron now.
Baron or Soul?
You can maybe
Like,
do both.
deny
Let's get
the
this,
Soul.
yeah, let's get the dragon and then we can look to do Baron. But yeah, like I was saying, you've been a part of so many plays this game.
Who is that?
That's Cho'Gath, right? Where's the rest of your team, though? Oh, unlucky. Okay, you finally got a teammate.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're
Should
an
I just?
absolute monster this game. I'd push bot
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Get that nice bot lane pressure, and then if someone comes for you, you can look for a TP play onto Baron. But yeah, do you feel how like the rotations that I'm getting you to do are helping you impact the game more? With like, it sort of makes your lead more of a real thing.
Should I stay? I wish that the
Yeah,
this.
maybe. Yeah, the Yumi's making it more tricky, honestly.
I know because he should be Baron.
Yeah, she won't follow your TP. You could maybe try and type to her about it, potentially.
Nice.
No. Well, that's not ideal.
No. The thing is, now I'm kind of pushing for no reason because I'm full build everything, you know?
Yeah, but you're pushing for the like the wave state and the pressure more than the gold. Um, you know, like when you killed those 4 people, but there was nothing for you to do. If you keep the sideways pushed in, they're always going to be in that situation where, like, even if they make a play on you and it goes well, there's still nothing for them to do.
I'm like not really following with trading with him right now because I can't really kill him.
Yeah.
He's
So
really
here,
tanky.
you see how that wave was already deep pushed? I think that was an opportunity where you should have moved
To
mid.
rotate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got it back now.
You can take this wave and then back though. You can always take the wave first, unless it's like really dire. Nice.
This is annoying. I'm just gonna fight him now. I hope my team can hold it down.
It's quite rough. You might have to just
I
walk
can't.
behind them and flank them.
Yeah.
Or TP. No, Cho'Gath's on your tail. It's unfortunate. Again, like, it's not your fault that they died in mid alone, but you also could have been there off of that wave push in bot lane.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. gonna get a pot. Man, these minions do a lot of damage. Holy shit.
Okay, so we've got the soul fight in 1 minute. So let's try and get that top wave into a position where
And
it's not a problem that that we need to deal with. Because right now that top wave. Oh, actually, we have their inhib as well. Yeah, it's fine. We don't need to go top. We can just leave it. I didn't realize
I'm
we
pushing
also had
mid.
inhib. Yeah.
Yeah, for the dragon coming up.
Yep. Then look to play with your team, specifically a Mumu. I feel like every play where you've played with a Mumu has gone extremely well. Okay, maybe. Jog a flush.
That's the fake one.
Jesus Christ. That's a valiant attempt at a 1v5. Okay, it's really sad that you lost this game, but
It's okay.
you definitely in this game made a lot more of an impact than the previous one, with like a similar lane outcome.
And I see what you meant. Like when I was here, I could have been
Yeah.
there. Even though Vhagar shouldn't have done that by himself,
Yeah, exactly. It's
I
like
could have been there to maybe prevent him dying.
yeah. And these are just the things that you want to look for. But overall, the concepts we were talking about in the review, how did you feel about them in that game?
Good. I think that I can definitely like keep using them.
Yeah.
I might not have done it in that game, but they're in my mind. I just need to like practice it.
Yeah, exactly. And the more you do of them, the more they'll become like autopilot and muscle memory, and then you can start thinking about other things.
Yeah.
So I like to make a list of things for you to think about and put it in DM so you can think about it going forward, and then also a couple of exercises. So we've got our first 3 to 4 waves plan. Changes whether we have push or not. Then we've got our aggressive positioning when we're ahead in lane. And then I'm going to break these down into sections actually. Am I streaming right now? I don't think I am. Share my screen. Screen 1. Okay, so now you can actually see
I
it.
see it.
Yeah. So this is the early game stuff. So we've got 2 things for early game. And then for mid game, we're going to have... I think this is going to be mid game and late game. The main thing is we're going to push waves deep and then rotate into the team. This allows us to expand our lead by transferring it across the map. And we've got the thing about if you don't feel safe enough to fast push 2 waves, you can slow push 1 to move where they meet. What else did we have? Constantly, or not constantly, but like checking objective spawns and preparing waves for them. So, like what I was talking about at the end of that game, or like every time there's a dragon or a baron coming up, we're like trying to think about where do the waves need to be in order for us to play this properly.
Yeah.
So I think these are the main things, and I think your second game looked a lot better than your first game, even though it wasn't actually a win. I still think it looked really good. And if you imagine if you played, let's say you played 50 games like that, I think you're going to win the majority of them. You might get some.
No, that game definitely felt better.
You might get some where your teammates are completely dead weight. But most of the time, they're not going to be. Now, the main exercise I thought would be really good for you to do is to just keep playing solo queue, and every game, track objectives, or like neutral objectives. So we've got grubs, heralds, drakes, barons. Okay? And then what I want you to do is keep track of how many you are a part of. So maybe one game, like try to get it, let's say we're at like 4 out of 8 or something. Next game, try to get it to 5 out of 8. And the way we're going to be able to make ourselves part of them without dropping our own power by like losing too many minion waves is by having the wave in the position preemptively and then moving over to it, which is what you were doing a lot in that game. So it's like a kind of like a game for you to get higher scores in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing for you to do going forward.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. No, that was really fun, and I definitely see a lot more than just win lane and
Yeah.
hope the game goes good.
Awesome. All right. Do you have any closing questions?
No, not really.
Okay, cool.
If I do, then I'll ask you.
Yeah, you can just fire them in DMs, and I'll be around.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
All right. No, thank you. That was really good, and good luck in your games going forward.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Bye bye.